reason that y'all are fapping is because y'all don't get no hoes. Y'all try to cope with, oh, I'm being celibate, or I'm focusing on myself right now, I'm not dating. That's bullshit, bro. YouTube, what's good, man? It's your boy Cry. Welcome back to another vid. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. And make sure to follow me on all platforms at I Am Cry. Today I'm going to share with you guys how I stopped fapping in 7 days. I'm going to give you guys the full guide, no bullshit. So let's get right into it, man. The first thing that you must do to stop fapping in 7 days is optimize your social media. Fellas, a lot of you all are following all of these IG models and women that's shaking their ass all day online and are wondering why you keep beating your meat. That is why, right? These days, TikTok, Instagram, it's basically like soft corn, man. Like these women are basically half naked in bikinis, twerking, promoting their OnlyFans, whatever the case may be. And these are all triggers, man. Like if you at work scrolling on your phone, and I know most of y'all are, right? Most of us are scrolling on our phones. So if you following all these accounts of women doing all this X, Y, and Z, it's like you're programming your brain to beat your meat. Like you're programming your brain to be horny all day, right? So the first thing you must do is unfollow these accounts. You're never gonna meet these girls, right? These girls don't know you from a lick of paint, fellas, right? And it's very cringe-worthy to think about that you following a girl that don't know shit about you, dog, right? So that's the first thing you must do is unfollow all of those accounts. The second thing you got to do regarding your social media is fix your explore page, right? So a lot of times you may not even be following these chicks, but they still popping up on your explore page. So what you got to do is you have to basically train Instagram not to show you anything like that, right? So all you do is you hold down the images on your explore page and then you click not interested. And what it's going to do is going to train the algorithm to not post that on your explore page anymore. And then as you keep doing that, Instagram is going to basically not show you anything, regarding that. Whether it's girls shaking ass, girls half naked, girls in bikinis, whatever the case may be, that's going to be out of your feed as a whole. Now, once you unfollow the IG models, once you optimize your explore page, the last thing you must do is reduce your screen time, fellas. So what you can do is if you go to, your settings on your phone and just search screen time, you can go to Instagram and TikTok and put, certain time limits on these apps. This is something that I did, man, because it's so easy to get caught scrolling, and as I mentioned, though, a lot of these triggers are on social media that are causing you to fap. So unless you are running a business through social media, you know what I'm saying, and you're, posting a lot of content, generating a lot of leads, you don't need to be on there more than 30 minutes to an hour a day, man. Because you being on there scrolling, doom scrolling, looking at all these IG models, not only are you, wasting valuable time that you could be putting into other areas of your life, but you are ultimately training your brain to fap, right? So the first thing you must do, fellas, is optimize your social media. And that is what I did, and it definitely worked for me. The second thing you must do, fellas, is self-improve. And, the reason is for two reasons. One, you should have no time to fap, right? You should be trying to improve yourself to be the best that you can be with every hour of the day, fellas. So you need to be getting in the gym. You need to be working 2 jobs if need be, starting a business, learning a skill. You know what I'm saying? Or, reading self-improvement books, listening to podcasts about self-improvement. You know what I'm saying? All of these things, start working on your wardrobe, working on your image, working on, getting closer to God, whatever the case may be. All of these things, you want to improve yourself, because once you improve yourself, you're going to start attracting quality women. And once you attract quality women, you don't need to fap. What are you fapping for if you are going on dates with beautiful women, right? A lot of the times, the reason that y'all are fapping is because y'all don't get no hoes, right? Y'all try to cope with, oh, I'm being celibate, or oh, I'm focusing on myself right now, I'm not dating. That's bullshit, bro. That's bullshit. That's why you don't know how to talk to women, because you think that you have to only focus on money and not focus on women. When a lot of times, if you are focusing on yourself and still beating your meat, that time you beating your meat, you could be improving yourself and attracting quality women, fellas, right? And when you're self-improving, when you're truly on your grind, when you're not bullshitting, right? When you are truly on your purpose, you don't have time to fap. You don't have time to scroll on social media. You don't have time to go on Cornhub, find your favorite scene, then go to the next scene, then go to the next scene, and then beat your meat to your favorite part. You don't have time to do that, right? So that's why it's very important to self-improve, fellas, to really lock in on your goals and your grind. Not only to stay busy, fellas, but to start attracting quality women. Women love a man who's on their grind. Women love a man who's on their purpose, got his money up, looking good, in shape, right? And you want to start attracting those women so you don't gotta fap, right? Why would you fap if you can have the real thing? You know what I'm saying? And the way to get the real thing is to work on yourself and become a catch, become something that women want, right? And that's why self-improvement is so key and why it's, helped me stop fapping in the past. So that's the second thing that you got to do, fellas. Third thing that you have to do to stop fapping in 7 days is go to sleep early, right? A lot of times, fellas, the times where we're most vulnerable to fapping is at night, man. Like, it's you alone, you know what I'm saying? You bored, you know what I'm saying? You scrolling on social media, you not self-improving, so you ain't got no chick laying to you. That's when you are most vulnerable to fap, right? And it happens, because you're up all night just scrolling on your phone. So a way to eliminate this, fellas, is to go to sleep early, right? Y'all probably like, I try to go to sleep early, man. Like, I don't really know how, like, I can't fall asleep. I never can fall asleep. I'm about to put y'all on game. If you cannot fall asleep early, right? One thing you got to do to break this cycle, all you got to do is wake up at 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. one day and don't take no naps, right? Wake up at 4 or 5 a.m. one day, do something productive in the morning, whether it's go to the gym, work on a business, or even, just work on some work for your 9 to 5, whatever the case may be. Read, watch a podcast, right? And then go to work or do whatever you need to do during the day and don't take no nap. You're gonna be tired at the end of the day. You're gonna wanna go to sleep early, right? So that you gotta just stop taking naps, stop being a bitch, first and foremost. Second, if you are you not taking naps and having trouble falling asleep at night, guys, get some melatonin. It's a natural supplement. You know what I'm saying? Don't smoke weed like I know some of y'all doing to fall asleep, right? Just take some melatonin, an hour before you go to sleep, 30 minutes before you go to sleep, and you'll be knocked out, fellas. And that's gonna reduce the risk of you fapping, you know what I'm saying? And, eliminate fapping altogether, which, 80% of the time, fellas, we're fapping at night, you know what I'm saying, before we go to sleep. So you must go to sleep on time. Go to bed early, no later than 9, man. And I'm telling you, that's gonna be a major factor for you in cutting out fapping altogether. The last step that you must do to stop fapping in 7 days is get an accountability partner, right? And this will work wonders for you, fellas. All you gotta do, hit up one of your homeboys, say, hey, man, somebody that you close to and that you feel like won't judge you, and say, hey, man, I'm trying to stop fapping. You know what I'm saying? I would love to have an accountability partner. We check in on a week-to-week basis. If we do, I gotta pay you $500. I gotta pay you $100. I gotta pay you $1,000, right? And be honest, man. And once if you start fapping again and you start paying that, $100, $500, like you can be like, damn, like I gotta stop doing that. You know what I'm saying? Right? So, this is a great way to incentivize yourself to not fap, because you're not trying to pay $500 for beating your meat. You're not trying to pay $100 for beating your meat, right? So this is a great factor to do. And, the same goes for them. If with your accountability partner, they pay you as well if they start fapping, right? And this way you have, someone that, not only you don't want to pay that money, but you have someone that basically you got to tell them you was beating your meat. Like, who wants to tell another man that they was beating their meat, right? It's kind of embarrassing, right? So you have somebody to hold you accountable, fellas. And that is the last step, man. But altogether, man, we got to stop fapping. Man, it's keeping us lazy. It's making us awkward around women. It's giving us erectile dysfunction. You know what I'm saying? It's just making us weak as men, fellas. And we want to be the best that we can be, man, and high value and, at the top of the mountain and kings. And kings don't beat they meat, fellas. Go get a real chick. You know what I'm saying? So that is the video for today. I love y'all. Peace.